Hey guys, it's Jessica Hayes. So I have been out of town for quite a while and I came home and it's holiday season, and for influencers we do get quite a lot of PR around that time. So I had no idea what kind of video that I was going to do today, but basically I think I'm just gonna try a bunch of new stuff that I've gotten. I just opened this box from Urban Decay and the all-nighter concealer is here, so I am super duper excited to try that because I love all of the Urban Decay all-nighter stuff, and I think we're just gonna do a chatty, use new shit, get ready kind of video. I have no idea what look that I'm going to do, but we'll think of that when the time comes. This is new-ish for me. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer Primer and Moisturizer. As you can see, I've used about half of it by now. It is really good, not too dewy or moisturizing because sometimes I get too oily when I use primers. It's also not too matte, and I love something all in one step. So I'm going to use this Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer. I just ran out of my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, which is usually my favorite. I swing between that or the Shape Tape. And I picked the color Fair Neutral. It's cool, it's got the same kind of wand as the Skin Concealer. I do love my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, but sometimes it's like, I like the Kat Von D one better because it's a little more matte. So I'm kind of hoping that this one's just gonna be a little more matte like that as well. So I'm just gonna pop it all around the eyes, and I'm gonna go wet my favorite new sponge. This is the Linda Hallberg sponge, BRB. Woo! So I have been absolutely obsessed with this sponge. Like the kind of obsessed, just throw your beauty blender away. Oh, I like this concealer. I'm blending it, but a lot's staying at the same time. Like it's not just all getting picked up and soaked up by the sponge. So it does have a pretty full coverage. And by the looks of it, it sets down pretty quickly. I'm kind of trying to move it around with my damp sponge right now. But the reason why I love this sponge is because it has that pointed tip, and then it has like the rounded end, just like a beauty blender, but you have something to hold it by. You don't have to pinch it too much. I've actually been using the tip of it to like blend out contour, do underneath the eyes, use the full of it to do my whole face. I'm just freaking obsessed. That's the thing with Linda. She's been doing makeup for so long. She's been doing a lot of beauty blogger makeup on herself for so long, so she legit knows what she needs and wants in a product. Alright, so I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this Bare Minerals Bare Pro on my skin. I've been using this foundation for about a month now, and I like it. I'm not in love with it. I still like my Illamasqua one a little bit better for longevity. It's got pretty much the same coverage as the Illamasqua one, but so foundation done. Here is the box for it. Let's see if I can find it in the abyss of black. So I'm very lucky to have my hands on this basket case liner from Kat Von D Beauty. I used it yesterday and I think that this might actually be the best thing that's ever stayed on in my waterline. So I'm just gonna scribble it all over the lid right here. And then I'm just gonna use my little Furless ME5 brush. I'm just gonna push that color downwards. I don't want to blend upwards into the brow bone because we're using quite a strong color. I don't want the black to be blended up too high. So I'm just gonna take a little Cosette blending brush and just smush that into the crease of the eye. And apparently this brush has a little bit of red into it, so we're just gonna roll with that. So much time spent cleaning my freelance brushes. Literally, my poor brushes at home get left behind. So you do have a little bit of playtime with this liner, but not a lot. So that's why I've just done one eye at a time, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do underneath the eye as well. same deal, just kind of buff it in kind of inwards with that furless brush. And before it's totally set, I'm going to use kind of with a bit more of a firm pressure this brush from Cosette just to buff the edges of that. I'm going to grab this Violet Voss top notch palette, and I'm going to take this color. I think I'm going to use this color here, Royal, just as like a blending color through the crease of the eye. I like that little hint of red that the brush had on it, but I think I want to go for more of a cool look because I have some really cool duochrome colors that I have new from Linda Hallberg Cosmetics. So last night we went to see Morrissey at the Fillmore in Detroit, and it was incredible. I loved it. He has such a great voice. That was my first time ever seeing him before, and he is killing it for an old dude. So still buffing that color Royal, which is like a mid taupey brown from the Violet Voss top notch. I know it's supposed to be taupe notch. I say taupe, not taupe. So I'm going to take the basket case liner, use it in the waterline. There is one of those sharpenery things on the end if you do want more of a precision point for it, but I don't want to waste a single speck of this eyeliner because this is like True Blue limited edition, you guys. So when this comes out, you got to jump on it. So I'm gonna line the inner upper waterline as well. Makes me look really cool when I do that. So not new, obviously, by the looks of it, but I'm gonna grab that same little Cosette brush and the black and just add that into the crease just so it's extra black. And this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, in case you've been living under a rock. Just kidding, not really. I just recently spent 10 days in California. I went over there to do a microblading course because if you guys don't know, I do microblading as well as makeup. So I went over there and did a microblading course by Audrey Glass. I'll leave her website in the description box below if you guys are interested in checking it out. She does an advanced microblading course. She doesn't do any beginners courses. So I went out there for a little bit of extra education because I feel like when you're in a creative industry, it's very important to stay refreshed and up to date with new skills because they're ever changing and you don't want to be stagnant. And then I had a little bit of break and vacation in between a few days, and I did some shopping and ate lots of incredible vegan food in LA. Seriously, like the mecca for vegans. Amount of choice that you have there is so crazy. So many delicious restaurants. I tried Gracias Madre. That was a plant-based Mexican restaurant. It was so good. And of course I went to Crossroads on Melrose. That is one of my favorite vegan restaurants in LA. And then the end of my little trip in LA, I worked at the Kat Von D beauty booth for Circle V Fest, which was so cool. It is a vegan festival in LA run by Mercy for Animals, and it has a ton of vegan speakers. Kat spoke, of course, speakers from PETA, speakers from Mercy for Animals, an overwhelmingly insanely inspiring bunch of people and the most delicious food and cool vendors. And there was a beer garden and a sweet DJ, and Moby played and Dream Car played, Davey Havoc and No Doubt. Oh my gosh, they were so good. So that was totally the highlight of my stay in California. I love Dream Car. If you're a No Doubt fan or a Davey Havoc AFI fan, you have to check them out. I'm going to be using this little bad boy from Linda Hallberg. This is the Enchanted Secrets Duochrome palette. I did use this one last night. I actually used it over black and it was like Oil Slick Dreams. It was yellow and red and green duochrome. It was insane, but I think I want to use this one because I haven't done anything bluish on this channel for a while. So I'm just going to use that same brush, and I'm going to take this color Orphic, and I'm just going to pat that onto the middle of the eye. Oh, oh yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is beautiful. Are you seeing this? So these colors obviously look totally different if you put them over a white base or a skin colored base, as they will to a black base. And I'm just gonna pop it on the tip of my brush there and just dab it underneath the eye. Bring it slightly over that blend so that you get a little bit of a different colored blend underneath the black, almost like a scatter of glitter. Oh, I love this, you guys. So I usually just go ahead and kind of work on building up that contour, depending on whether I want a natural look or more of a nighttime defined contour look. I actually never saw how much product is in here. It's not incredible. That's fully wound up, so it's probably not gonna, if you used it every day, it probably wouldn't last you very long at all. But my favorite mascara combo right now has been Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir on top, Urban Decay Troublemaker down below. I like this better for fuller, fluffier on top, but this is so smudge resistant. It doesn't transfer underneath the eyes like most mascaras do. And I use Grande Lash Serum every single night to keep my lashes nice and long. I'm just gonna get the very tip of that blender and get that little smudge of mascara that I did. Seriously, just adding a little more of my foundation that I just wiped away. You know what, I kind of like it with that blue wiped off. You know what I have? A lime crime palette. Be right back. It's got a green highlight. I knew I'd seen it somewhere, so this one I haven't used yet. I've been mainly using the opals, which I really like for my skin tone. Peach opal is heaven. This is the Unicorns palette by Lime Crime, and they just started selling at Ulta as well. So I'm gonna use this middle one, which is called Frolic. Oh, that's better. I like how that just kind of matches the glisten of the duochrome. Pretty. Oh yes. It's a game changer, you guys. Every time I like something, I just want to keep adding more of it. So shall we? Let's add some more. I'm gonna just like really buff it in on this inner corner, like down a little bit, just to make it a little more grungy. Dude, this stuff is so freaking spicy. Reminds me of like drinking Indian food or something. I don't know why I get this one sometimes. I just kind of feel like ballsy, like I'm gonna get some cayenne pepper. It burns my lips. Gonna use my all-time favorite Uranus brow pencil from Nabla. Yes, it's called Uranus. I have my brows microbladed. You guys can see that. It's been about, I got them microbladed in March. My touch-up was in like July or something, so it's been a minute since they were fresh done. I'm still completely happy with them. They make getting ready so easy, but I just fill them in just a tiny bit every now and then when I'm doing more of a strong eye makeup look. There's just, I bring this one down just a little bit, fill in just a little gap right there, because usually microblading doesn't hold to all areas of the skin. Pop just a little dot of concealer, again, just underneath the eyes. Usually I'll do concealer and then I'll do all of my eye makeup, and then I just make sure I kind of highlight this little area. Blending downwards because I don't want to blend up into the shadow that I've so nicely blended underneath my eyes. I'm kind of obsessed with this green highlight. I'm probably gonna edit out like 75% of this video because you guys are seeing how silly I am. So because the eye is so shimmery, shiny. I don't want to put too much of a focus on my highlight, so I'm going to use, let's see if Elf has one. This one here, Siren's Call. I don't know, that one's really orange. This looks good for more of a medium skin tone, I would say. Let's just try this goldy color right here. See how it goes. I just want something nice and soft. Oh yeah, that's pretty. It's quite gold, but I feel like it can work. Let's use a little bit above the blend on the brow bone underneath the eyebrow as well, just a touch. I'm kind of feeling like I need a little bit of blush on the apples of the cheeks, and I'm gonna cheat and I'm not gonna get anything new because this one, my favorite blush, is sitting right beside me, and this is the Marc Jacobs Flesh and Fantasy blush. And when I don't want too much color, I use this little area of the compact. I think this is too green, but it's such a pretty color anyways. You know what? I have all of these Nabla colors sitting right in front of me. Let's try one of these Dreamy Lip Kits. Ooh, this could work. You know what? We're gonna get crazy here, guys, and we're just gonna do this one. So I really want to try this and see. It does come with a lip pencil, like a lip kit, which I always think that really with liquid lipsticks, I don't need a lip pencil, but we'll try it anyways. Some people might find this easier to apply with a lip pencil. Most of the time, I don't think that you need a lip liner with a liquid lipstick because they just go on well by themselves. Oh my gosh. My mustache is so bad right now. I always use these little facial razors. Most of the time I remember to do it before YouTube or like before lip swatches, because I've made that mistake before. But don't be afraid, because your hairs are not going to grow back like a mustache unless you have extremely thick hair in that area. Then I would recommend laser hair removal. But honestly, if your hairs were going to grow back so thick and dark, then everyone would be shaving their eyebrows off and not getting microblading. So this is the Bad Boy. Ooh. So for anyone that's not totally confident at putting a liquid lipstick on straight out of the applicator, then a lip liner is a good alternative to help you get a little more control of the shape. I have a feeling this lip liner is going to be a little lighter than the actual color, so we'll probably have to end up going completely over the top of it anyways. By the way, these smell so good. They smell like caramel or something, and these last really long. One of my favorite formulas. Yeah, see, this color is way darker than the lip liner, so kind of defeats the purpose. Oh, I love this lip color. Yes. Are we gonna do anything else? I have a ton of lashes in there. Should we use some lashes? I never use lashes. Ain't nobody got time for that. I love lashes. I wore them last night. I wore these LA Splash ones and they were so comfortable. The band is super flexible. These are faux mink lashes. FYI, there is no such thing as cruelty-free mink lashes. The only cruelty-free mink lash is a fake faux mink lash. There is no such thing as cruelty-free fur. These are the Stunner Lash from LA Splash, and without breaking them, you can see that the lash band is actually elasticized, so it's so comfortable when you're wearing it. Lashes always kind of make my eyes feel uncomfortable and a little watery, especially these kind of ones, the faux mink. They usually have quite a stiff band on them and they always get pokey on the inner corner. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the Duo black glue. I'm gonna pop that along the lash band. From last night, I already painted this lash band black with my Kat Von D Trooper liner. The lash band does come clear on this style. As always with lashes, you want the end of the lash to line up with the end of your lashes. Just kind of lay it down and press it inwards. You never want the lash to be too long on this side because then it will give you a drooping effect. I'm gonna kind of babysit that and just keep pushing that, snugging that inwards. I like these lashes because they're not too OTT. Wore them last night and I wore a different colored shadow. A little bit of that has fallen onto the top of the lashes. So I'm gonna make sure that I go over with a liquid liner and just coat the top of the lashes, because you don't want any shadow fallout on the tops of the lashes because that just looks so tacky. I hate it when I see it. Usually this happens if you put your fake eyelashes on before you've completely finished your eye makeup. So what I do is I just get like my Kat Von D tattoo liner or something that you know isn't smudgy, because if you use something smudgy it's going to end up down your face. And then I literally just paint the tops of the lashes. I think that's it, guys. What do you think? We're finished? We're done? I feel like I'm chatting to you guys even though no one's talking back to me, and actually I'm just a weirdo sitting in my room talking to myself in front of a camera, but... So yeah, it was really fun to try out all of these new products. I will definitely be giving you my thoughts on a bunch of the new stuff that I have got for holiday season as well, and I'll keep you updated on the longevity of this new Urban Decay All Nighter. Oh, it's waterproof. Waterproof full coverage concealer. So this is the shade Fair Neutral, and I love how it looks so far. I'll have to wear it one day without a bunch of smokes underneath my eyes to see how it creases and settles in fine lines. Hope you guys enjoyed this chatty, try new stuff kind of thing. I can't believe it's almost Christmas. It's insane. But maybe this can give you some good inspo for some holiday makeup looks that aren't the traditional gold glitter eye, red lip combo. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.